Would everyone please state their political party and their blood type? Greg, start.
Yes.
I can't remember what my blood type is and my
Really?
political party. Yeah, I don't remember what it is. I think it's AB. I'm not sure.
I'm going to Google
I
how
haven't-
to tell your friend's blood type.
What their blood type is. I don't know
Yeah.
if you can actually do that.
Hold on, there's a list of questions. Are you
Okay,
ready?
give me the questions. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the toe next to your big toe bigger than your big toe?
On which foot?
Okay. Next question.
That was a good counter question, to be fair.
Well, that's an answer here. It says douche counter question. The next question I'll ask: do you know what a CEO stands for?
Chief Executive Officer.
Okay. We're narrowing it down. Okay. Last one. If Josh was a Guess Who, that's weird they have Josh's name in this. If Josh was a
no.
Guess
That is
Who
weird.
character, what would be the first thing you would do to describe him?
Can't throw a football 40 yards.
That seemed. I was gonna go.
Can throw it 38 yards.
I was gonna say, can he grow a
know.
mustache? But if you want to get all political, that's fine.
Yeah, no, he chose.
Cool.
He chose politicacy. He chose politicacy. He chose politicacy.
We do have a blood type for you, Greg.
Okay, all right, what is it?
You were gonna ask politically which blood type you are.
No, I was going to ask what does politicacy mean, but if you have a blood type for me, I would actually very much like to know because I need that for future reference.
Okay, C minus.
C minus? Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Could be better, which ironically does describe my blood right now, so could be better.
What do you mean by that, vampire?
Well, I've told you guys about the stuff that won't be talked about here.
The
so.
anal sex?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
the anal
Yeah.
sex.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
All right. 3, 2, 1, action. Greg, ever since Josh had sex that one time, he's changed. He's drinking water.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right?
He's
It's like
nonchalant.
you
He's
accomplished
got no
something
sleeves.
with it, and now he's just resting on his laurels. I don't appreciate it.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wear sleeves anymore.
Sleeves are the
have
restricted
to.
devil.
You don't have
Yeah.
to? Is that what it is? Like resting on your laurels means your sleeves are just optional now?
I think so.
No, it just means that, like, as a father, I don't
Oh.
have to.
Well,
Okay.
technically, I don't know you had sex till your wife poops out a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still, the other part is like, that doesn't really prove everything.
If
It
the
proves
baby's
that
a
Anastasia
snowman,
had
then
sex.
maybe it's not yours. Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like,
I'd be concerned too, because I mean, there's not a lot of snowmen in Oklahoma City either. So
like, if the kid can't immediately play hockey at least like a varsity level, like, it's not my
then it's
kid.
probably not your kid. Yeah. Wait.
okay.
Yeah. Huh?
You're saying that if your kid can come out of the womb playing hockey at a varsity level.
If it's my child,
Yeah.
we could prove that by it being able to play hockey coming out of the womb at a varsity level.
I thought it would
Nope.
be more so
Flip
like it would be
those.
wearing skates as it came out of the womb or something.
That's where I was lost.
No.
I feel it
Yeah.
though. Yeah, I could. Okay, Greg, what's your thing? Like, if this is my kid, he will blank out of the womb.
He will blank
Yeah.
out of the womb.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
what's your
man.
thing?
Nope, not saying what I just said in my head.
No, come on, say it. I want to hear because it'll probably be better
Yeah.
than anything.
He'll come out of the womb screaming and running.
Oh, that's actually a good one too. He'll be my kid if he comes out of the womb looking like a stick, probably.
Damn.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Why? Why? You're hot, Greg. I don't know why you do that.
I don't know how to
If
respond to that,
you're-
but thank you.
Oh,
If
Jesus,
your
Josh.
kid would, your kid would, like, know something about Power Rangers or would be able to
No, 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 no. You know what it is? It would be my kid if it came out of the womb and immediately did the Undertaker setup as he rises from the nurse's hands.
So he has to pretend to be dead first?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
That's kind of terrifying.
I was just gonna say-
I mean, I know you've never had a kid, but
I've never had a kid. No, so I'm completely unaware of this.
That you know of.
whatever super lucky woman you would impregnate would not be pumped about that part.
No, she'd be pissed. Although she would probably be all hopped up on drugs at that point, then maybe she might not care. For all I know.
You don't know that, Greg. She may
That's
not
very
want an
true.
epidural.
Hopped up on drugs.
God bless.
I was gonna say has a
Greg.
tattoo,
Oh yeah, dude has it.
but yeah, we could go with your guys really weird.
Yeah, I think those are better.
Interesting. Well, good job, Greg. Congrats on the kid.
Thank you. Thanks, I try.
Damn. Yeah, I got a lot of things to cover tonight. Greg's text. I woke up at 5 this morning and had to drive into work early. Not at 5, I was into work, but I was into work. I left like 6:40, and you still hadn't sent the text, and I was going to text you and be like, where the fuck is the text at? But then I realized I was early.
Right.
Yeah. What are you drinking, Greg, since Josh is drinking water?
Well, first of all, in fairness, like even if that case, I still would have expected you to text and say where the fuck is the text, as I'm like in the middle of working out or something, and then you would have been, and I would have been like, what the
Oh,
fuck? But then it's that's on me for being late. Obviously,
You just had to drop that you work out in the mornings?
I do. Thank you.
What'd you do
I'm
this morning?
drinking I did legs. I did.
Let
so
me
this
see
is
'em.
a
I
vertical-
also did legs.
Nice. Thanks. You ever have
Yeah.
Josh, I don't know if this is a thing or not, but like I have the moments now where if you do if I do a deadlift or something and I immediately go up and I just hear my knee crack as I'm getting older, and I just have this like sheer panic attack go in immediately afterwards, thinking that like I did something, and now
you're
I'm just
fine.
like gingerly walking around making sure I don't move it in a negative way, and it annoys the hell out of me. But that's a quick rant.
Josh, do you do legs because it's the one thing you're good at, or do you do it to stay good at it? Okay, all right. That's because I did arms and a little cardio this morning, and this girl, like I was in the gym at 5:05 or whatever, and there was one other girl in there, and she was on the leg machine, and I was like, man, I was gonna do an easy leg day, not easy, but like soccer player-esque leg day. So
Just because, yeah, you know how to do it.
yeah.
You're still strong at it.
It's like,
just,
does this machine have any
inherently.
more weight on it? And then I go anywhere else and I
Yeah,
cry.
yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
What are you,
That's it. You nailed it.
what are you drinking, Greg?
I'm drinking the last of the Cinderlands 4-pack that shout out Ryan Thompson gave me. This is the Virgil Kane Vienna style lager from Cinderlands.
Nice. I'm drinking. I did stop at Suzanne because it's in the budget. I got a pale ale today.
Nice, nice.
It's in the budget.
I worked it out.
Which, can we hang on? Can we just read this, because there's like a lot of reasons Derek and I are friends, but there's some times where like
This was
like,
good.
It gets so close.
I
So
got
Derek
more
posted
DMs off
today.
this, Josh, by the way, than any post I've made in a long time.
I believe it. And it's so funny because like sometimes when I'm flipping through Instagram shitting, I don't realize who posted it.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
second I saw it, I was like, oh, I gotta send this to Derek. And then I was like, oh, Derek posted it. So it's this guy in this little skeleton. And the little thing says, receive salary. And the guy goes, I should stick to my budget this month. And then the little skeleton, who I'm imagining
Yes, do it. Do
he
a voice.
he sounds like the guy who is Poison the King of Rowan.
Worm
I
tongue?
can't remember his
Was
name.
it worm tail?
Yeah, Worm Tongue or something
Worm.
like that.
Yeah.
My lord.
Yeah.
Are you not the master of chaos? The unstoppable force of nature? The world is ablaze. Spend thy coin and spare thy no expense this day, for there is no promise of tomorrow. And I was just like, buying vintage t-shirt on Depop.
Yeah. It all started and
That is a scary, scary voice for like a mindless servant as well. I would like just want chaos in general. It's great.
his name was Worm Tongue. We were very close, Josh.
Worm Tongue.
So we have a lot we can do today. We have the BDGE, the Immaculates, the standard things, which I've actually been getting most people watch the show live. I have a friend, Chris Winters, who has been in and out of the show, who regularly watches the YouTube video after. And his 2 notes were, I leave the picture of Chip and Greg up too long, but that's because he's watching it as a YouTube video after. And his second note is, he's had a lot of fun listening to the show lately. So I like the game's style of stuff, but I also have like thoughts that I would love to hear your two's opinions on.
Great.
Let's start with one of the thoughts.
Okay. From the bench, of course.
No, of course. That is the name of the show here.
Texas sucks. Oklahoma's definitely going to win the National Softball World Series.
Fourth time in a row. Yeah.
You are wildly close, considering I'm
I
dipping
know.
into the niche sports category of where I'm headed. I don't know what the hell a T20 is, but USA won a cricket game.
Oh, I saw that today.
Did you guys see
It
this?
was wild.
Duh.
You
So
see, like,
Goes back to
apparently the captain of the U.S. team is like a software developer at Oracle. Or
yes,
something
he's
like
a
that.
software developer at Oracle. The whole team is crazy. We beat Pakistan, which is apparently
No, we
the
didn't.
largest upset
Again.
in cricket history.
Nah. They didn't hear about 9/11.
I don't think that was cricket.
What the fuck?
But it does lead me to the conversation. So, for context, huge win. Like, very big. What's the
Like us beating who in soccer?
well, I mean, it's close to, so that's kind of the thing here, is just tossing out the greatest sports upsets, because realistically, USA did beat England on the Miracle on Grass long time ago. They beat them 1-0, and it was so
Like in the
unbelievable.
30s, right?
Yeah, so
30s,
it
I
was
think.
so
Yeah.
unbelievable. In the movie that recreates it, stars Gerard Butler, great movie. It was so unbelievable when they mailed in USA wins 1-0 back to the newspapers. The newspapers printed England wins 10-1, assuming it was a typo. What is the greatest upset in sports? And I want you to be very specific about why it is the greatest, because I think there are a bunch that are generically known, but we are looking for the one of one, no questions asked. You got to defend it tooth and nail.
I think there are a couple obvious ones, but the one that I'm actually going to hang my hat on in this instance, Buster Douglas knocking out Mike Tyson in Tokyo.
Okay. Are you ready to defend that against what I'm assuming is a really good pick by Josh and what will be a really good pick by me?
I am. Indeed, I am.
Okay. Josh, would you like to present your champion?
Germany qualifying for the gold medal game during the what Olympics was that? The first Olympics without the NHL. So like 2014 maybe? Germany gold medal hockey.
I'm
Olympics.
sorry. That's good. Go ahead, Greg. You do it. You can ask.
That is not where I expected you to go in the slightest. At all. At all.
It's going to be tough.
2018 Olympics.
And that, them just going to, so they got silver?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the greatest upset in sports history.
They did not have a professional player on their roster
Okay.
in 2018.
I don't think anyone is
Pretty
arguing that that's not a good selection.
Yes, you are.
I need you I need you to look me in the face and say that's better than Miracle on Ice. Miracle on Ice is not my pick. But I need you to say that out. That Germany getting second.
Totally where I thought
Say-
you'd go.
I missed my
Totally.
setup.
I need you
I
to
missed
say
my
that
setup.
Germany winning second place in 2018 is a bigger upset than Miracle on Ice for everyone at home. Please. Thank you.
You're never gonna get me to say that. Half my identity is built on that.
Did you
That
not
fucking
think of
game.
it, or
In that movie. I was just trying to find something like
Different.
I guess like I've defended that so many times. You know what I mean? Like I've
Well,
talked about that so blue in the face. Kind
Here's
of
the
thing.
way that we're all going to pick our champion and then talk about a bunch of random
Yeah.
ones and then come back to the champion.
All right, I'll take Miracle.
Okay.
Give me Miracle.
All right, thank you. That's exact. I was
I
like,
don't want to strong arm you if it's not as good as I thought it was.
because here's
No,
the
I
thing.
mean
Like,
it's still
Maybe it's just
Like-
not that important, Greg. Maybe hockey's for
I
Americans.
was gonna say, like, he literally said this was his entire identity, and if he can't defend his whole identity, then what are we doing here? You know?
Chip said mine is John Daly being called up and then winning the tournament. That's such an elite one, Chipper.
Okay.
Oh my
a good
god.
one.
Okay, so update. We are
was he drunk or hungover?
both.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Just yes in that one.
Our tickets are right next to the stage.
Well, that's cool.
Wait, it's a seating type situation?
It's Nissan Stadium, Buck.
I thought like you would have. I didn't think it was
A
like
box.
big enough to like
I
fill
thought he'd
the
have
stadium.
a box too.
Oh, dude, it's the
I-
stadium. It's CMA Fest.
Well, like I know it's CMA Fest, but like the way that like I'm picturing it is like I thought it would be more like kind of like just the field would be open, and then it would just be like a big like concert situation. I
No,
didn't think
they-
it was like the entire stadium was open.
This
up
is
for it.
this is the number one like country thing in the world.
Okay,
Okay,
got
so I love the John Daly one. I'm picking Leicester City.
Right.
We
Oh,
Wow.
Sure.
Okay.
yeah, but
At
it's
least they
not
had professional players.
it's not a game. So that is a good point, Josh. Man, so Germany, huh?
No, I'm thinking Miracle,
I know. Well, now we're talking about the other ones.
but it's very similar in that sense. You know what I mean? Where like Germany is like Canada, U.S., Russia also had pro players in that tournament, and like should have dummied this like group of Russian dudes who were like literally or German dudes who were literally like had to get like government like the government had to be like it's okay that they're not coming to work like so that they could play, and then they qualified for silver against professionals. Like
Yeah.
when the U.S. did it, technically none of the teams had pro players.
Yeah.
Technically,
Mhm.
now
They were
Russia
all like
obviously-
NCAA like college players and stuff, right?
Well, and yeah, like they were amateur players basically. Now Canada's amateurs were still guys who played at a higher level than most the U.S. kid.
Now,
The Russian team was professional, but they were in the army and they played hockey in the army.
so I do have to
Um,
push on you a little bit. It looks like everyone in here played in the DEL, the Deutsche Eishockey Liga, the German professional.
Ah,
So I think they weren't in a good league. This is like talking about, oh, well, no, we have NBA players that play in Greece and they're on our team. It's like, you play in Greece. Like, I would almost guarantee I could never name a single person that's ever played in the DEL. But they do have a team
I
called the
don't-
Thomas
I
Sabo
can't.
Ice Tigers.
actually, I bet that you
Okay.
can if you just think about Penn State hockey long enough. I do not believe that the entire roster is professional.
So
I'm
per
looking now.
Wikipedia, so I don't know how real.
Okay, cool.
I could be wrong. They're all in the German league, though. Like, every single one of
Okay.
these guys is a DEL.
Okay.
One of them's...
I
Okay,
think you remember something about.
there's a Canadian. Oh, somebody from the United States. Bjorn Krupp.
Well, I mean, that guy just sounds German.
Would have
Wait.
not guessed that as an American at all.
When was West and East Germany done?
World War II. At the end of World War II.
Okay. No, dude.
'cause-
The Soviet-occupied East Germany, officially known as German Democratic Republic, is reunited with West Germany in 1990. Because some of these guys were born
wow.
in West Germany.
Well, yeah, because that's because Reagan was the one who was like famous for the Gorbachev tear down
That wall.
I know, but I never correlated that with anything other than funny. Like, Family Guy made fun of that, and it was silly.
Sure. Yeah, we don't remember that.
We live in a
Like-
world where there was
Like
an East
JFK
and West
getting shot. We don't remember that.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
whatsoever.
I said it's funny because the text I received from that clip was from Ty Pingree, and he said, George Sr. was not president when you were alive. And I said, that's just so burying the lead of the funny part of that video.
That is kind of something I would
so
do.
it does
by the
look
way.
like it does look like all these dudes were professionals.
But none of them were good.
Maybe it was a different. Maybe I'm just misremembering. It's okay. I'm taking Miracle.
Yes. Okay.
We can move on with
Yeah.
conversation.
Let's pivot over to Greg
Exactly
and
where I
question
expected
him.
you to go.
Greg,
Yes.
why?
Why? Okay. During the 80s, like if you want to even go the entire route from like when he first started to that fight, Mike Tyson was literally unstoppable. To the point that it was almost hard to book fights. He was going to be leading up to have a super fight with Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
And was going to do big money for that fight. Buster Douglas was looked at as simply as a warm-up fight in order to kind of, I don't know, get some exposure in Japan because it was a market that wasn't getting a lot of big fights. Buster Douglas was also a 42-1 underdog in that fight. Buster Douglas, I don't even believe he might have had a winning record at the time, but like he was not like seen as this like top contender coming in or anything like that. He was looked at as kind of like getting like fed to a shark coming in. But the greatest cycle events happened. Mike was going through some legal stuff. He was going through a divorce. His head wasn't in the right space. And lo and behold, Buster Douglas got lucky and caught him. And it stunned Mike because it was the first time in probably a lot of his big fights that he ever got stunned like that. Didn't know how to recover. Buster Douglas just kept pounding and pounding away until, lo and behold, he gets knocked out completely. Yes. Stuns, not just combat sports, but stuns the sports world as that happens as well. And we have a new world heavyweight champion at a time when the world heavyweight championship actually still kind of meant something at that time.
I wonder who Buster Douglas, I didn't look this up, who he lost the belt to. Did he?
I think it was the...
So Tyson's camp immediately protested the results, claiming that Douglas had been given a long count by the referee. They agreed they suspended the recognition of Douglas as champion, although the IBF immediately accepted the results were valid. Buster stated the protest and post-fight confusion ruined what would have been the best time of his life. That's fair.
Buster Douglas got beat by a different fucking legend.
Hell yeah.
Holyfield. In his only title defense, too. So he won it, lost it.
Mm-hmm. He was a transitional champion. It's exactly what he was.
Oh, wow, Greg. Now we're booking it?
Yep.
Yes, we absolutely are. We're booking it. I consider that the greatest upset ever because it's not like Buster Douglas like went on to have like an incredible like career afterwards. It was literally like a moment in history that regardless of whatever happened to him after the fact, that is a moment that is going to live on forever in that instance.
Let me tell you a little story about a guy named Jamie Vardy.
I heard he likes to party.
He loves to party, Greg. Do you know anything about Jamie Vardy, Gregory? It is Gregory, right?
It is. That's my legal name. Yes.
Good.
I've heard some things about Jamie Vardy. I heard he actually wasn't a full-time soccer player for a long time. He actually he worked an odd job from time to time before he got to Leicester. If I remember correctly.
He was in the youth at Sheffield Wednesday.
Okay.
Played for Park Steels. I'm looking now. Halifax Town, Fleetwood Town. Joined Leicester in 2012.
Okay.
2012. They were in the championship, and it was for £1 million, euros, whatever the fuck they use, with 1.7 added on.
Yep.
Jamie Vardy was a rock star for no reason, and literally was just a guy on a team.
Yes.
Then comes the 15-16 season, where or was it 16-17? Was it 16-17, Greg? I'm looking at the Wikipedia.
I can't remember.
Yeah. So
Okay.
15-16 season is when he lost to Harry Kane for the Golden Boot, technically, scoring 26. Jamie Vardy scored in, I think it was like 17 straight matches. Jamie Vardy had an entire chant that was Jamie Vardy likes to party, grab some vodka and a party. And he made basically the Vima of England popular again. And I think my favorite part about Leicester City, despite the fact that they were picked to be relegated that year, is the characters that came out of it. N'Golo Conte ended up playing for Chelsea. He walked to the stadium because he didn't want to spend money to buy a car. Wesley Morgan, their captain, signed a contract that every time he went into a bar, he could say, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," and everyone in the bar got a free shot of Captain Morgan.
Oh.
Mahrez, Drinkwater. They have names of guys who were etched in history. And the saddest thing is the owner crashed his helicopter, I'm pretty sure, into the stadium and died 2 years later. I can't legitimately think about a situation that is more what the fuck happened than Leicester City winning all of those games. Oh my God. Do I think it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to sports? Because it proved that there is a slim chance that no matter how much money Man U, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea spend, a bunch of dudes who just like to drink can use the power of friendship to win.
If you think about it, it's kind of it is the purpose of the FA Cup is literally for everyone to.
That's the purpose of the FA Cup, right?
Yes.
Not the fucking Premier League.
Not the Premier League.
Premier League, not the Premier League, no.
It was the 15-16 season.
Just listen to the name of the fucking league.
Premier.
You know, it's supposed to be like the cut of the cut, man. You buy an FA steak. Steak means you can eat it, you know?
What's
like a Premier steak means
in your situation, so in hockey and football and basketball, whatever sport you want to, baseball, think about a team where for some reason everyone on that team blew up and became a somebody because of one moment. Kasper Schmeichel, son of the Great Dane, one of the greatest goalkeepers ever, in net. Wes Morgan, the greatest contract negotiation for anybody ever in the history of the sport. Christian Fuchs, his last name is Fuchs. He was a great left back out of, I think, Austria. Fuchs. You get down to Danny Drinkwater, hell of a last name. N'Golo Conte signs with Chelsea, is an absolute phenom over there. Demarai Gray, Nathan Dyer, Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez went on to play for City and was unbelievable. And then Jamie Vardy, who is just damn near the coolest guy ever.
Yeah. I think what is interesting about that league is the reason I don't think of it as the greatest upset is because they did it over a season and won the championship. Whereas when it's an upset for me, I think of one game or one moment for it to occur. So in actuality, for Leicester to be able to do that over an extended period of time kind of makes it more impressive when you think about it.
Yeah, I think I win.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Although shout to Leicester too, they finally got promoted back to the Premier League.
Leicester played in the NHL.
This cricket one's up there, but I don't know shit about it. So
this is kind of interesting.
What?
Go ahead, Greg.
I tried watching a video of explaining the rules of how cricket works and the scoring and all that, and I was completely lost on it. So.
Okay, so your comment about everybody just hits at the same time was interesting, and it sparked my brain.
Yeah.
13 of the 20 players from the USA team went on to play in the NHL. So it's good. That's more than half, right?
Yeah.
Neil Bratton, Hall of Famer, played over 1,000 NHL games, 17 seasons. Dudes, yeah. Two-time All-Star, yeah, all sorts of shit.
I think
good. Hall of
what
Famer.
I can put near that too, not to cut you off while you look through, My
go
vote
ahead.
for that is going to be the Golden State Warriors. You draft Steph, who's kind of okay.
Oh yeah.
You draft Clay, they turn into Smash Brothers. You draft Draymond first round, but not really. I mean, he was good at Michigan State, but he was
We're
there.
expecting him to be a good role player,
Harrison
honestly,
Barnes,
right?
yeah, they landed on a bunch of picks, and all of them kind of blew up a little bit. Not a great one, but it's there.
Ken Morrow, Hall of Famer, 3-time Cup winner with the Islanders. Mike Ramsey played over 1,000 games. Dave Christensen played 14 seasons in the NHL, not a Hall of Famer. Mike Ramsey, not a Hall of Famer. Mark Johnson, better known for his work in the front office of teams. Jack O'Callahan. But like the majority, where I'm getting at is like Jim Craig appeared in 30 NHL games. Michael Ruzioni never played in the NHL.
Did he really
Dave
not?
Silk played in 240. No, yeah.
Wow.
249 games for Dave Silk. Like the top end of the roster, we'll say Mark Johnson, no. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4 of those 20 were future NHL Hall of Fame level players or great players. I would even say maybe 2. Ken Morrow and Neil Bratton for sure. Mike Ramsey's a tweener. Dave Christian, no. It's just kind of crazy, like, to think about it in that respect, like, which I almost think lends itself almost weirdly to Lester in a weird way. You know what I mean? Because it's like literally, yeah, a bunch of kids just did beat the fucking Russians, but also like they did have a Hall of Fame coach. They had a Hall of Fame dude who would go on to be the GM.
Now, my question for you on that sense
two
is,
Hall
would
of
they
Fame
be
players.
Hall of Famers if they weren't on that team? Which is such a loaded
Neil Bratton and Ken
fucking
Morrow
question.
would have.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like those moments that
Bratton
make
was
the
like-
person. Yeah.
Pretty sure Neil Bratton has his number retired on Long Island, and Ken Morrow. I'm sorry, Neil Bratton didn't. Ken Morrow is the one that has his retired with Long Island, and then Neil Bratton like was the first captain for like the Dallas Stars, and like, yeah, the dude's fucking legit. Like he's legit. Won cups, 95 cup winner. Yeah. So
But-
2 of those
but-
dudes, no matter what.
But Josh, is it weird though that like no one from that team was kind of like blew up to a degree? Because I think if you ask like a casual sports fan, like name someone from the '80 Miracle team, like we're gonna go Ruzioni because he scored that goal and that famous call, like or Ruzioni, like and all that, and then maybe they'll know Jim Craig, But aside from that, though, like, isn't it kind of like surprising too that like aside from those, like, it's almost very hard to pick or even remember like a specific. player
I
name
think that's
for
why
that
it's
team.
so sick. Is because they're not
That's what-
memorable.
No,
Right.
but that's why I'm like looking at it from the perspective of like if you look at Leicester, like you have Vardy, but yet also like soccer fans like know Mahrez, Drinkwater, Schmeichel, and all that, and because they went on to like do other things like in the Premier League or like with other teams or wherever they got transferred to and stuff. But like at least with Miracle was truly like a lot of unknowns that just like popped up at the right time.
Well, and then like so like just to further back up Greg's point, Mark Johnson scored 11 points. He led the team on points. Rob McCallahan, who did not play in the NHL, was tied for second with 8 points with Buzz Snyder and Dave Christensen. So of the top 5 scorers, only 2 of them played in the NHL. In fact, the greatest among them, who would go on to have a better career, Neil Bratton, only had 3 points. Like,
Greg, I'm getting text saying your mic's fucked up. FYI, you do sound super robotic on my end,
it
but
is.
God damn it!
do me a
I was
favor.
gonna say because you sound like robotic like through my ears.
That's
actually,
yeah. So then it's going to be on your end because Josh and I are fine. Can you do me a favor? Can you just take them out?
Yeah.
All right, Josh. The receding hairline thing was so fucking funny.
He can hear.
Greg,
He can hear us.
no, he can't. Greg,
He can.
Greg,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Told
You
he could
heard?
hear you.
Yeah, you heard Josh's text.
Yeah. Great.
Josh is
What is zero?
Yeah. See, he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
No.
Okay.
What'd I say when you took your headphones off?
What did you say? I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Okay,
I took like a minute for the Bluetooth.
got it. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Okay.
Why? What'd you say?
What I say? No, it's not what
Nothing.
I said. I'm not in trouble.
Oh,
My question for you,
okay.
Greg, is: does it hurt you that you only have 2 guys to talk about, and we all vividly remember their names? The people are
No.
asking.
Oh, that
No.
doesn't help your conversation.
No, it doesn't. Because again, I'm going from the logic of the exact moment, the fact that no one expected it to occur, and also again because it was simply a moment, and Buster Douglas never did anything after the fact. It was just that one moment that occurred where he beat the unbeatable at the time, who was looked at as a legit killing machine and was also coined as the baddest man on the planet. So I'm going to stand by my argument. That was the biggest upset in sports.
Yeah, it was okay. What are the other ones? What else is the normal conversation ones that kind of fit into this? I mean, NC State.
NC State's a great one.
You
This
do
one
sound
sounds-
better, Greg, by the way, buddy.
Thank you. This was kind of in that same realm as well, but like I also considered when Chris Weidman knocked out Anderson Silva after like Silva went on that dunk in the UFC, because like I loved Anderson Silva when I was stunned when he lost to Chris Weidman.
Yeah, he's a top 5 UFC fighter ever.
Silva, oh god, yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Villanova winning the NCAA tournament against Georgetown,
When?
85.
Is it okay?
85.
Not that I knew the year
Okay.
in any way, shape, or form. I was just curious when it was.
Yeah, because they were an 8 seed when they beat Georgetown.
What were you saying, Josh?
Here's one in more modern history, which I think is interesting. Giants beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl in 2008.
Yep.
That's a
Great
really
one.
good one.
Great one. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Like, is it? Like, were the Giants an 8
So,
seed or whatever?
It was the Giants
I
were
think
wild
they were.
card, and the Patriots were undefeated.
Okay.
That's really
Right,
it
I
was
knew
the.
that.
I mean, Tom Brady, Randy Moss. You're looking at arguably the greatest receiver ever, the greatest quarterback / player ever, in a season where they were
Right.
destined. I mean, in a season where they got Bill Belichick to go to a Halloween party. That's how destined this team was to win.
Right.
David Tyree beat them.
And I don't think that's a knock. And I don't think, like, when you look at that game, too, I think we look at it too much from the perspective of, like, the Giants being underdogs.
Yeah.
If you think about it nowadays in the NFL, I think it's kind of common to see, like, 5 to 6 seeds kind of make their way to, like, at least a conference title game somehow. So, like, I don't think it's necessarily, like, that much of a surprise. It's more so of a surprise by the fact that a team that we thought was going to go undefeated just absolutely didn't. That's
Yeah.
the part that we are living up to.
I think that's fair. Trying to think of some other
All these
I
lists have miracle at one.
I like your modern concept, Josh. Like trying to find some that are a bit more modern. I think that's
Right.
decent.
Would you throw any of the 16 seeds being a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, like UMBC
Virginia.
beating Virginia?
Yeah, that has to be in there because it's the only time it's ever happened.
That Twitter
Who beat
account
Purdue?
for UMBC was amazing.
What, Josh?
Who beat Purdue last year or 2 years ago?
Oh, damn, you're
In the
right.
first
It was
round.
16 seed beat Purdue.
Was they a 1
Whoever
seed?
that was.
Fairleigh Dickerson.
Were they a 1 seed?
Yeah, Fairleigh Dickinson beating Purdue was insane.
Yeah. Because Purdue was a 1 seed. Then it was the second time it happened. Pretty
What was
sucks.
that? They had like a student who was like their SID director at the time. That was like that was
Out
like
there
caught on
cooking.
camera, like celebrating everything. Yeah, it was amazing.
I'm trying to think of
I would-
big ones
I
off the top of my head
mean,
without Googling.
I don't think Oral Roberts counts because like Oral Roberts was like
It was a
they were
Cinderella
beating
run.
teams in non-conference. It's Cinderella, but it was like
I'm with you, though.
not expected, but like people were like
They were a
don't wanna
team to
play them.
watch at the tournament. They
Yeah.
just weren't a well-known. Yeah, I think that's a really good one.
I mean, if you want to go like on a Cinderella run, I mean, I think Dunk City's probably the most like memorable.
Yeah, that's a good call.
15 going on to the Elite Eight and stuff. Like, I mean, like that run alone got FGCU so much money and so much enrollment, like applications like afterwards and stuff.
What about the 07 Fiesta Bowl? Now,
Boise
granted,
State?
it was a 9 versus 7, but Boise State doing the Statue of Liberty to beat Oklahoma.
That was an
Oh,
amazing.
sure.
Like, it was
That
a
might be the best
9-7.
call ever.
Yeah, I don't think that it's like a crazy massive, the biggest one ever, but I do think nobody was picking Boise State, and they ran a freaking trick play to kill them.
Mm-hmm. On a 2-point conversion as well, which was even more ballsy when you think about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I would lean towards that, especially because like back then, like it was even rarer for a group of 5 school to actually like win one of those games too. When you think about it, so
Yeah.
I would throw that in there.
Yeah.
Leicester City is 3 on this one list there.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it in another group chat, made me think of it for tonight, but Chad's point was that it's not a game, but the situation is there.
Well, and it wasn't even close, right?
I mean, there were some teams, but they pulled away. Like, it was
Like-
in my mind, it was one of the things where you say there is a God. Like, this
Yeah.
situation proves it.
I distinctly remember like they clinched the title with I think like 4 or 5 matches left
Yeah.
or something because they had this
Yeah.
because like they got
But they
together
went
to
through a little bit of a
celebrate
skid where teams were kind of climbing back, but then they just,
Mm-hmm.
dude, I can't express enough how much watching a game going, I'm going to bet on Jamie Vardy scoring. And he scored, I think it was like 11 or 12. How many games? All right, I'll just do this. Most games in a row in the Prem to score. Because I almost guarantee he has the title. Longest
He had
goal
to
scoring
win.
runs by players in Premier League history.
Well, I don't
yeah,
know. What
Jamie
about
Vardy had 11.
What about the blonde kid that was on? That's the Chelsea striker 2 years ago, who almost scored 1,000 goals or whatever in one season.
Chelsea?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was on
So-
Chelsea, wasn't he?
Oh,
Blonde
you're
kid who
no,
looks
you're
like
talking about Man City with
a
Holland.
Targaryen. Oh,
Eric Holland. Yes. Yeah. So he's
Holland, yeah.
elite. They turned him into a tap-in merchant. It sucks. So just for this thing, there are so many players tied at 4 with 7. So Holland had 7, Josh. Salah had 7. Aguero had 7. Lukaku had 7. Adebayor,
Sure.
Henry, Shearer, Ian Wright, all had 7. Daniel
Heard of him?
Sturridge.
Any of them?
What?
Heard of him? Is that good?
Very good. The guys that had 3 or had 8 were in third. Daniel Sturridge, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Jamie Vardy in 2019. Number 2 is
the
Ruud
Daniel Sturridge Liverpool team with Luis Suarez
and
is what
Raheem
got me
Sterling.
in the soccer. It's what got me like started to like enjoy watching.
Number
soccer.
2, which this is funny. So number 3 is Sturridge, Van Nistelrooy, Vardy. Number 2 is Ruud van Nistelrooy for the next season of his, where he got 10 in a row. Number 1, solo dolo, 11 straight games is Jamie Vardy. Like, that is, in my mind, one of the most, it's one of the most unbeatable stats I think I'll ever see.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you think about it too, like it was the year that Leicester like mastered the counterattack too, didn't they?
Dude, he literally would go by himself and beat 4 players and score. And it wasn't like skill. It was, I'm so much faster than you and I'm going to hit this. Like, I remember he had a ball from the opposite top of the 18, half volley off his chest that just won. It was like, it's going in. Like, there's nothing you can do. That was, here's another topic for discussion. The hot hand. Jamie Vardy was the hottest hand I think I've ever, like, every shot was a heat check and it went in. Like, I can't think of a hotter hand than Jamie Vardy in that season.
Max Talbot in the 2009 playoffs.
I'm still mad at a girl I graduated with. I wore a Max Talbot jersey, and she said he doesn't deserve to play hockey. And then he destroyed the Red Wings. I won in.
And then silence the Philadelphia crowd too. But that's beside the
That's a great call. Who else is some of the hottest hands? Brandon Jennings, his first game in the NBA, dropped 50 and then never sniffed it close again.
Never did it. Never did it again. Nope.
Yeah, really?
Dude, he walked in, Josh.
That's
So he was
crazy.
one of the guys. He was one of the first guys to forego college to go overseas when they made the switch. So
He was early on this too.
But they always had, go straight. They nixed it. He was one of the guys, went overseas, played a year, then went pro. So kind of like people knew about him, but it wasn't. The hype around college players is built to make people want to go to college. That's just what it is. He
Right.
came in, first game for the Bucks, 50 points, and everyone's like, what happened? And then, dude, he had a great career, and he's one of the funniest humans on the planet. His podcast is great. Just kind of like never sniffed that again. It was just one of those moments.
That's crazy. That's cool.
All right, let's play a game, boys. We're going to do BDGE. Derek has already done this, so we are ready to go.
Hang on.
What's up? Sorry.
Okay. Okay, 0809, Max Talbot plays 75 games, has 12 goals, 10 assists, 22 points. In the playoffs, he plays 24 games, has 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 points. He more than half his regular season.
Dude, that's crazy.
in the
That's
playoffs.
amazing. That's a
You wanna know
playoff
what's-
player right there.
Damn.
You wanna know what's crazier? He's
What?
24th in points in that year's playoffs. Evgeny Malkin had 36 points.
Where, okay, well, before we transition, that is a good question. Where does Gino rank? And you can give me 0 to 10, 10 to 20. Where does he rank all time? Because for me, Gino is the epitome of, on any other team, he's one of the greatest players in the league, and we got lucky to have him as our 2. But hockey's different. It's not like a backup quarterback or something. Like, it's a different sport. There's lines, there's shifts. Where does Gino rank all-time players when it's all said and done from a 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 type of scale, Josh?
Well, if you believe the NHL, it would be 101 apparently. So,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Can you come back to me? I got to think about this.
For sure. Let's transition to another question while you think about that, because I don't want to go into the game. Greg, one of the other questions I had, just to bring up conversation piece. I think that if Angel Reese had worded it the way of, it's not just about one person, they come to see all of us, I think the world would have rallied around her. But because she said, they come to see me too, it made it seem, dude, this narrative around Caitlin Clark and everyone being jealous of her, I think Angel Reese could have 100% squashed it and become the face of the league by changing, they come to see me too, to they come to see all of us. Because I'll tell you right now, the biggest name in WNBA is Cameron Brink.
yes, 100%. I would also throw Asia Wilson in there too because she's on a heater. But the thing about it is, like, I saw the full clip though, and I feel like there were kind of like she got clipped from it a little bit. with that
100%.
comment.
But it is what she
Yeah.
said, but 100%.
Yeah, so I get it. I would also argue too, like, part of it is probably not being like self-aware enough to like recognize like the right way to say it.
Well, and I
But
don't think she was
believe-
being egotistical. I think she was just saying, like, people come to see me, and people come to see this person, and people come to see this person.
100%.
But the,
and
the
fairness
clip
to
is,
Angel
yeah.
Reese, too. In fairness to Angel Reese too, like, if I remember correctly, I think the Chicago Sky, like, one of their preseason games was streamed like for free. Like, someone streamed it for free, like on X or something like that, and like the amount of views that it got was insane. So,
Yeah.
like, she's not wrong, by the way. Like, people do watch it for her, but I think you're right. Like, I think because of the way she conveyed it, like by saying like herself first and then this, like it was viewed as like, oh, like people aren't just watching her, they're watching me too. Yeah, I get it, but like,
Yes. It's an easy
I'm
thing to
with-
clip.
I'm with you. Like, I think that's just gonna come with like years of like dealing with the media for a long time, that she's gonna get better at that. But I don't necessarily think it's a bad look. I think that like the problem is
no.
I think she got clipped, and then like everyone was
Yeah.
like now taking from the perspective of like, oh, Angel Reese is like, you know, egotistical and all that stuff.
Well, no one's
Which
mad at
pisses me off,
her
too.
about that. I'm just saying, and this is a very popular thing, like, I don't think anyone's looking at that and going, oh, Angel Reese wants attention. No, like, everyone's looking at it and going, yeah, you are correct. They're coming to see everyone. Because Kelsey Plum's in the league, Sabrina Ionesco's in the league, Brittany Griner's in the league. There's so many people in the WNBA.
Brianna Stewart, yeah, elite. Yes,
Brandon Stewart, thank you. Also, there's this I'll try to find the video. There is this group. They're called Smush, SMOSH, on TikTok. They're getting really popular for, like, they have these characters that wear like shitty glasses and wolf shirts, and they're called The Chosen. And it's basically like they just say stupid stuff. But the one time he goes, they were looking at each other wearing the same sunglasses, same shirt, puka shell necklaces, and he goes, "What was the #1 sports franchise entity to make 1 billion followers across social media. And the other guy was like, executions. And he goes, no, it's the NBA, which is just like the WNBA, but with all dudes. I have not laughed harder. I
would
don't
laugh really fucking
Dude,
hard at that.
I'll send you the clip. It was like the fact that the dude read it and goes, I'm being told it's like the WNBA, but all dudes. I will say this, though, flat out. I've never cared about the WNBA more than I do now. And on the record, Greg, 2 years ago, I was like, I want a Sabrina Ionescu jersey.
You did. You did.
Whatever the fuck that
told you
credit's
that.
worth.
Yeah.
Josh, how's your research going?
Okay, I'm ready because
Okay.
I want to play.
Oh,
the
nice.
Who would you rather have game?
Ooh.
Oh.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. Yes.
Is this a we killed a man and we keep going, or is it going to be Gino versus a ton of people?
Gino versus a ton of
Okay,
people.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. And Derek, like, do you know who Bobby Orr is?
Yeah, Bobby Orr's like one of the greatest
you know
hockey
who,
players ever.
Steve Yzerman is?
I played backyard hockey, Josh. Grow up.
Da.
Steve
Okay.
Yzerman played
you know
for the
who
Red
Ken
Wings.
Dryden is? You know who
Uh,
Ken Dryden is?
no, isn't there a baseball player named Ken Driscoll?
Maybe.
Ken Dryden, defender for the Oilers.
No. Kind of around it, not really. He's a goalie.
Okay, I made that up.
Paul Coffey.
Yeah, I know Paul Coffey.
Okay. Phil Esposito.
Yep. Chipper beat that one into my
Okay.
head.
Ray Bork.
Yep.
Mike Bossy.
I don't know that one.
Okay, I'll take out Mike Bossy.
See how honest
and
I'm being?
then, yeah, I love it. Rocket Richard.
You guys have
Okay.
talked about him enough.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then, cool. All right.
Are
I
there
think you should
other
know
people
everyone
in
on
this?
this
Okay,
list.
okay. This is that you were just naming the
Yeah,
guys that I
yeah.
may not. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love this.
So, Nick Lindros, the thumping center for the Flyers through the 90s, him or Gino? And if you want stats and shit, let me know.
For me, that's Gino. But I don't know enough about Lindros.
Sure. Greg?
I would take Gino too, and I completely forgot about Nick Lindros, and I thought you like actually meant to say Eric Lindros, and I just like my brain went like.
I'm
completely-
sorry, I meant Eric Lindros. I said the wrong one. You're right, Eric Lindros. Nick Lindstrom is who you're thinking of. Nick Lindstrom.
Okay. So Nick Lindstrom or Gino.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
Eric Lindros or Gino.
Okay, still Gino. I would take Gino over Eric Lindros.
So Gino has played a lot more games. They are both a point-a-game player. Lindros famously had his career cut short thanks to Darius Kasparaitis. Okay.
It was concussion issues, right?
So,
Yeah.
Lindros
Yeah.
moved on. Chris Pronger or Evgeny Malkin.
Evgeny Malkin. I have a question. Do positions matter in
Yeah.
this conversation for you, Josh, or is it just who? I know it's who you'd rather have. If for me, I would rather have Gino. Are these like if we get to a defender goalie situation in this, does that matter at all? Or is it literally just who you rather have? Out in your opinion?
So I think that's what makes this hard, right?
Yeah.
So when in hockey, when they talk about elite best all time,
Yeah.
they immediately cut out Wah, Hasek, Brodeur.
Oh.
And I do not believe that that is okay. Because I
Shout out
think
Chipper.
there's a world where all three of them belong in there, let alone one of them.
Mhm.
For the sake of this argument, I see where you're coming from. Let me just do a little clean here, make sure, because I think that's fair. Honestly, I do think, but that means I have to take Brian Leach off, Derek, and I know that's really going to upset you.
I do love Brian Leach.
Yeah. Okay, so we're taking Lindros. All right, eliminate Pronger. Jerome McGinley or Evgeny Malkin?
Greg, I'll let you go first because I have a hot take.
when Iginla was in Calgary, like he was damn good. And then when he got put on our team on the second line with Gino, it just did not work at all. So my recency bias is kicking in, but I would still take Gino.
Damn. Well, my hot take was that I think he sucks because he played bad with us, even though he doesn't suck. So I'm taking Gino too. Like, Iginla is not a bad hockey player, but when I looked at him and I was like, oh my God, we got Jerome Iginla. And then he sucked, and I was like, eh.
It was all because was it Sid that didn't want to break up his line with Kunitz and Duper, or was it Bilesma who pushed to not break up that line?
I mean, they shouldn't have broke up that line. I don't think.
I don't know. Greg, I don't know. Honest, to this day, I still don't know. Because there's part of me that thinks it was Sid, and then there's part of me that thinks Bilesman's an idiot. I guess we'll find out when the Seattle Kraken suck this year. Joe Thornton or Evgeny Malkin?
We're getting close, but here's what I'll say.
Yeah. Okay.
Sid said they put him on the wing. He doesn't play when he came. I can't read the comment. Hold on, let me go to YouTube. What up, Sid? So Sid just joined a.
They put him on the wing. He doesn't play when he came here.
They put him on the wing that he doesn't play.
The wrong wing.
Sid is notably okay. So story time. Sid is notably the guy that defended the article we had about putting Letang up on the wing. And Sid, for a calendar year, went back to our post and would tag everybody, rap all those guys that were like, we're laughing at thoughts from the bench. And I went toe to toe with all. They're all fucking virgins. The whole Pittsburgh, whatever. What was their name, Greg?
Who?
They're the little bloggy blog, Penn's Anarchy.
Oh,
dude,
God.
That whole group of fucking virgins were so mad at that article that Sid would go back every time Letang would mess up. Sid would go back and be like, yeah, doing great out there, guys. We had conversations about just trolling those guys. It was the funnest year of my life. That being said, Gino.
POA is literally a bunch of trolls in general, so yeah.
I think Thornton was... I don't know. It's tough, man. He was so good. He 100%. And you know where my head goes is Gino played for one team, and I think I like it.
That's fair. That in hockey, that matters.
You don't give up on a guy that's really good, or you go get a guy that's really good. And Gino has been sought after by so many teams, and we've retained him. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased.
Joe Thornton, not a point per game player. Evgeny Malkin has more goals than Joe Thornton has, and he will eclipse. I don't know if he'll eclipse him in
Thornton
points.
Was Sharks, Bruins. Was he somewhere else?
And then he bounced around. He was on the Leafs. He was on Florida.
Florida was okay.
If Thornton would have won a cup with San Jose, I would consider it.
Yeah,
I would consider it.
That's a really good take.
Those Sharks teams like were pretty good when Thornton was on those teams.
This is how Brent Burns looks.
Okay. Just to I don't want this to take too long.
Keep going, dude. We're good. We're at the hour mark, and we got two games, and dude, welcome to the show.
Cool. Sergei Fedorov, Evgeny Malkin.
I'm going Evgeny, but I don't want my vote to count here. I know the name Sergei Fedorov. I don't know how good he was. He's one of those guys, Josh, that if we were doing like a 12-man draft, there's a good shot that I might take Fedorov, but I would not be able to tell you why. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I know he's good.
How many of the Cup teams was he on with the Red Wings, Josh?
None. He has never
won any, really?
I'm almost positive. I'm looking now.
I thought he had to have been on at least one.
I'm positive he didn't win a cup. Nope. Hang on.
Wow. I thought for sure he was on like one of those 90s teams at least. That's crazy.
Sergei, what's so cool about Sergei Fedorov, Derek, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never won a Stanley Cup, Derek or Greg.
Wow.
Um,
That's crazy.
Sergey Fedorov is like one of the weird situations where not only was he one of the most gifted players ever, he has now turned into one of the best coaches.
Oh wow,
ever.
who's he coaching?
He coaches in Russia.
Oh okay.
He like his team has not lost since he took over. Like
Damn.
he has won every championship. Yeah,
Good
he's
for him.
fucking insane.
He won 3. Sid said.
He won 3?
Sid knows more about stuff than I know. That's all I got.
3-time Stanley Cup champion. You're right, Greg.
Good job, Sid.
I was gonna
With
say
who?
he was on those teams. I'm pretty sure with the Wings, wasn't he?
So this is really
I think
weird,
he
'cause
was.
on
He seems like
Wikipedia,
a-
it doesn't have because he played for Florida and Washington, so it would have had to have been the Wings. Other than that, because he only played for 3 teams. And the Columbus Blue Jackets. Sid, I'm sorry. My brain is fucking rattled. I'm not on top of it right now.
By
But
the way, since you brought this up, I am rooting for the Panthers in the Stanley Cup this year. Just saying. But
I didn't bring it up. Okay, so Fedorov or Gino, Greg?
Gino.
I'm gonna go Fedorov.
You're such a wuss. If we wouldn't have done this whole song and dance, you wouldn't have even cared.
You know, but like
This
man,
pony
Fedorov,
show.
When Fedorov was like in his prime, man, he was so good. Like
Fedorov was bigger, not bigger, but faster, stronger, was able to drive his own line in a way that Gino was able to do early in his career, but Fedorov did it the whole fucking time. Okay, this one's kind of fun. These two are very close in points and games played. So Brian Trottier.
I couldn't express more that I think you made that name up.
Okay.
Is that the coach?
Moving on.
Trots?
No, that's the guy who famously called somebody a tit fucker on the bench during the Stanley Cup.
Okay, well, he wins this round.
How about Peter Forsberg or Evgeny Malkin?
Ooh. I'm gonna say Gino for this one, actually.
Me too.
So wrong.
I think talent-wise, Gino's slightly more talented than Forsberg.
I wouldn't say slightly. I would say a lot.
Okay. Paul Kariya or Evgeny Malkin?
I fucking love Paul Kariya. Dude, a Paul Kariya Anaheim Ducks jersey is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, for sure. For sure it is.
Also, it's not even spelled like Korea. Like, it's spelled like a hockey player. Oh,
Yeah.
what a name, dude. The British are coming looking ass. You know what I mean?
I will say Gino for this one as well.
Good pick, Greg.
I'd take Gino over Paul Kariya.
All right, I'm going to
What
take
about
Paul Kariya because
Solani?
it doesn't matter.
Okay. Timu Solani or Evgeny Malkin?
Timu looks like, isn't he? Oh no, I'm thinking of is he the guy that looks like the devil?
No,
No.
I don't think he does.
Very long career.
Oh, I'm thinking of Miroslav Satan. That's why Satan.
Yeah. I would still take Gino. I would take Gino.
Okay. I think that one's close. I'd probably take Gino. How about Brett Hall? We're kind of starting to get towards the top of the list here.
I'll be ballsy. I'll take Gino.
Not ballsy because it's the correct pick.
I think that one's close. I think that one's like Brett Hall playing on Sidney Crosby's wing is fucking bonkers.
That'd be fun.
Okay, the greatest offensive weapon of all time or Evgeny Malkin?
Man. Oh. I thought we were talking about Martin St. Louis. I think I'd take Ovechkin.
I would take Ovi too.
I if anybody said Malkin in this, I would say, okay, cool. Which Permane brothers is your favorite?
Yeah. Like the rest, so like that. The rest of the list moving forward, right? Connor McDavid, probably taking McDavid.
Yeah.
Mark
Oh,
Messier.
okay. Wait. We're not just skating past that. You would take Connor McDavid over Gino.
Over Evgeny Malkin. I'd take Connor McDavid over everybody except for fucking Sidney Crosby himself.
Common man. They're in the final. I'm super excited. I want nothing more than Connor McDavid to live up to who he is. Like, I know I saw the goal. I saw the backhand. Like, I don't know how a puck gets off the ice with the way his stick was looking. But Gino's, he's a doer. Is that fair to, like, McDavid doesn't, Gino's been the Robin maybe, but he's won cups. I don't know, man. I'm not a huge Connor McDavid truther until he wins a cup, and I know that's the worst thing to say because there are so many good players that have not won a cup, and winning a cup is the hardest trophy in sports outside of, like, a World Cup. But for a regular season, it happens every year. Lord Stanley is the hardest one to win. I'm taking Gino. Maybe I'm terribly wrong. Sid, in the comments, am I fucking ass?
I think your heart is in the right place, Deke, but
It's my balls that I'm feeling this from, Greg. It's not my heart. My heart wants to pick Connor. My balls are like, pick the dude that does it.
Right. Yeah, I get it. You feel it in your loins.
I feel that when Sid has been out, Gino has been one of the best players I've ever seen.
Okay, so here, let's just do this. One of these players has had
Oh, we're looking at numbers.
300-point seasons, and one of them has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Has Connor been in the league for 8 years?
Yeah.
Sid said, I think you're out of your mind.
He's been in the league for 10 years.
This is what I'm saying. If you would have,
Isn't that fucking nuts?
here's what I'll say, Josh.
That is
Ask me how many years
Crazy.
Connor McDavid's been in the league.
How many years has Connor McDavid been in the
I
league?
believe this is his 4th year.
Yeah, right? Sure.
Like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't watch enough. I know Austin Matthews. I know Connor McDavid. I know.
as much national exposure as they've had recently. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know how
He scored
many.
153 points last year.
I mean, how many fucking Super Bowls does he have?
Great question.
Thank you.
Um,
Keep talking. I'm gonna go to the
So,
bathroom. Fuck Connor
okay,
McDavid.
like Mark Messier, like you're not taking Gino over Messier.
Oh, I'm not. No, Messier like won a cup as a Robin and then won it as a Batman. Like you can't steal that from him.
I hate Mark Messier too. Like I honest to God hate Mark Messier, and I was like, no.
Really? You've never like told me about this. Like what is your hatred towards Messier?
He walks around like he is Gretzky.
In what sense? Like the
He thinks he's God's gift to hockey.
So like I don't watch enough interviews or like see him enough to like be able to get an understanding of his personality, but I would imagine Messier probably has like a little bit of like some pep in his step or swagger because of the fact that he proved he could win without Gretzky and he did it in New York. So he's looked at as like a king forever because of that. So maybe I can see
He's
why.
not even top 10 all time.
Gino?
And he thinks no, Messier.
Oh.
Thinks
He may not be
thinks
top 10 all
he's not
time.
top 10 all time.
He may not be top 10 all time, Josh, but he's top 10 name wise.
In your heart.
Think of hockey. Though.
Not anymore.
No, it's just name wise because he doesn't say the R at the end of his name and it sounds hockey player esque.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be messier.
Another name. Another name.
All right. Joe Sakic. Yeah. This is Evgeny Malkin, incredible player, Hall of Famer, my opinion, one of the 100 greatest players ever. Probably not in the top.
So you never answered though, by the way.
What?
0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. I know, obviously, you don't have a list in front of you, but if you were like, I feel comfortable with him being in this range, greatest player ever.
I would, and keeping in mind that I'm a fucking nerd. Some
We
of
all
those dudes who
I am
where
holding
do you
up a
put,
certain number of fingers that I think
Okay.
you're gonna pick.
I'm gonna say 40 to 50.
Okay, I had 60 to 70. So
No, he's better than that. He has a Conn Smythe. He's got 3 cups. He has MVP awards, those kinds of things.
he has I am score, I am gold.
I am score, and
Hmm.
and was the best Russian player ever for like a couple of years, like as far as like stats. Yeah, man, he's great. He's great. He's fucking elite. He's elite. He's a Hall of Famer. But like Joe Sakic, Jaromir Jagr, Steve Yzerman, Sidney Crosby, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux.
I would be curious with this, Josh. If Ovi never won a cup, would you consider Malkin the best Russian player ever, or no?
Greg, I often try to move Ovechkin into the top 5 ever.
Okay.
Like I'm constantly trying to be like Bobby Orr wasn't that good, you know? Like, I'm trying really hard. To
Where
make, like Sid 4, OB5.
my question would be Martin Brodeur, Hasek, and who was the other goalie you named, Josh?
Patrick Waugh.
Patrick Waugh.
Josh's
Where
boy right there.
Well, I get your. So here's, I guess, my question, my sentiment around this. I think that the greatest goalkeeper ever is Iker Casillas. Do I consider
Sure.
Iker Casillas one of the greatest soccer players ever? Unfortunately, no. Football, Tom Brady is considered the greatest football player ever without an ounce of athletic ability in his body. Do you believe that those 3 guys deserve to be in the conversation of greatest hockey player, knowing how drastically different? Okay, so this is like is this a tough thing to compete against for hockey guys, or is this like a hot take from you that goalies are in that conversation?
No, this is a constant topic that is brought up like regularly amongst like people who want to have that conversation. You know what I mean? There's like on Puck Soup they call them the 20 hockey men have their list, and it's never gonna change. It's gonna be Mario, Gretz.
Wait,
it'll be
is
Gretzky
McDavid in there?
or no.
Okay,
It's Gretzky or
Lemieux.
Gordie Howe, Lemieux, and then Crosby has entered that 5th slot. Some people will still put Yzerman, some people put Sakic, but that's the top 5. For me, if I'm doing a top 10 right now, I go. I'm currently moving them around
No,
on
you're
my
good,
screen.
dude.
That's how. I think it's Mario
shivers.
1, Gretzky 2, Bobby Orr 3, Sid 4, Hasek 5, Watt 6, Brodeur at 7, Ovechkin at 8, McDavid at 9, Sakic at 10.
Sid writes in, goalies just have their own list, basically, which is
Yeah.
transferable.
It's not fair though, honestly. I don't
Well,
think.
Greg, why? Let's dive into that, because I think this is a really cool conversation. But why does it not fair they have their own list?
I don't know. If you're looking at it from the game perspective, like goalies are still like have a major impact in the game, like
Totally
regardless of like whatever's going on, like between whatever's going on, like with on the ice and stuff. Like goalies still play a role in that aspect. Like sure,
Yeah.
if you have a great defense behind you or something like in front of you, then like yes, that can probably like aid in your stats to a degree. But still, like there's just something about like Patrick Waugh, for instance, that like I'm surprised Josh you have Hasek higher in my opinion, because I thought
Chip beat that into my head, so I'm with you, Josh.
But like but I feel like if you have an impact on the game as you do consistently, I feel like you need to be weighted within that same breath as every other player as well. You shouldn't be like on your own separate list whatsoever. You know, like we don't do that. I don't think we do that for any other sport.
We
I think
Do- well,
pitchers
okay,
are
here's-
probably the closest.
Pitcher's
Well,
a really good
okay,
one.
that's fair. I'll give
Where
you
does Justin Tucker live on your all-time list, or Adam Vinatieri, or Steven Gostkowski, or I mean, Adam Vinatieri has
Right.
the most points in NFL or history. Greg, is he
Mhm.
on your top 100 NFL players list?
I
Okay,
think he has to be.
he 100%, 1,000,000%. He is he better at football than all these guys? Then you go, oh, well, maybe not. He's better at football. Okay, why then is Aaron Donald not better than Tom Brady? Aaron Donald plays the game of, you know what I mean? Like, if
Right,
we're going to,
yeah.
are goalkeepers the only players who play the entire game?
Yeah.
In hockey, yes. In soccer, it's up
Oh
in
yes,
the air.
in hockey, yes.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. Here's the easy way to word it, Greg.
Okay.
Specialty positions.
Mm,
Specialty positions. Here's what it takes. In hockey, a goalie, now granted, the first picture I saw of Marc-Andre Fleury without pads on, I was fucking mind blown how little he was.
Yeah.
The first time that I saw the goalkeepers I fell in love with, skinny in soccer, like tiny.
Yeah.
Iker Casillas, short.
Yeah. That's the running gist too, that like the goalkeeper is usually the best athlete on the team in some sort of sense, because you
Tim
have to
Howard.
be able to, you have to be able to
But-
like do as much as you
Yeah.
can with that. Yeah.
But it's a specialist thing. That's why, I mean, in volleyball, there's that one French ass position where they wear a different jersey and they just dive around. There's always specialty. Libero. Thank you. I was gonna say Ladero or some shit.
That's what it's called.
But that's my point, is they deserve their own list, because without that list, they don't get the recognition they deserve.
Okay.
So this is okay. Dominic Hasek was so good for an entire season. He didn't let in 2 goals a game.
He also did that while wearing a cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
the
true.
cage was pretty badass.
I remember
He-
the only reason I know about him is because I was playing an
That's
NHL
so
game and I asked Chip. I said, "Hey, I think my game's broken?" And he said, "Why?" And I said, "Well, that guy
Yeah.
played as the Red Wings and his goalie has a player." And Chip was like, "No, that's Hasek, dude." I was like, "Who is this psychopath wearing a full cage?"
He did that 2 times.
That's crazy, man.
And then he was close 3 other times. And then what's even more insane,
Yeah.
when you look at his goals against adjusted to today's game, he still did it 2 times.
Ooh, okay. What does that mean? Like the number of games, or
So, like, because goals are up from when Hasek played.
got it?
Right?
Got it.
The average amount of goals. He still had a 184
Is hockey,
in 1994 adjusted.
Josh? Is
That's
hockey the one sport where older guys could play in the sport today?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
Like Bobby Orr would be a
'Cause-
good player today.
Bobby Orr could skate like Connor McDavid can now. It's the same, like,
That's crazy.
the way they are on their
man.
feet. Like, Paul
Yeah, like,
Coffey's the same way. Like,
Tyreek Hill would have destroyed football in the 1950s.
right.
Didn't Gordie Howe play into like his 50s, like with the Whalers or something?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a really
yeah.
good
It
point.
was like
and
an
he did it without a
all-star.
helmet. Without a helmet too, but
Like, I'll tell you flat out, like,
Um,
we look at soccer players, like how good Clint Dempsey. Clint Dempsey would struggle to
Yeah.
make this U.S. team. And I'm not being disrespectful. I love Clint Dempsey. His play style, everything has changed. Basketball, you look at that. I love Shaquille O'Neal. Would Shaquille O'Neal
Okay,
be
hang on.
Shaq in today's NBA? Probably not, if he just came out.
No.
oh really? So you don't buy into the comment that went viral where someone asked him like if he would drop.
He
who
said,
would
I would go
average 40 in
60.
today's game.
Greg, here's the
Oh,
thing.
cool.
What are
Yeah.
centers doing? Who's the closest center to Shaq in the NBA?
Ugh.
Giannis.
No.
No,
Well, Giannis,
fucking-
when he was in Orlando, maybe. That's not a bad comp. But
Big boy.
Like we're talking about like just like in
Pelicans.
the paint constantly, like
Zion.
just backing dudes
Zion's
down
like
and just-
Charles, but that's a really good one too, Josh. I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
pure in the paint dominance. Like, you give him the ball, he scores. The simple answer is there isn't one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't think of anyone.
No, I mean, really, if I asked you guys to name, I'm sorry, we're getting a little topic. If I asked you to name your top
most centers
five
are stretch
centers,
forward now anyway,
who's
so, like,
who's
it's
your
just
top
like-
five centers in the NBA right now, Greg?
right now.
Yeah. And you too, Josh. Yeah, I mean, and obviously it's getting to the point of like thinking about it.
Giannis counts.
I think you can count him if you want. Like I have no
Yeah.
issue with it.
I
So
would put Anthony Davis in there.
okay,
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
yes. There's
That's probably like the closest to a
Giannis.
divisional
the back-to-back
center, too.
MVP.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jokic.
There you go.
Jokic.
And if I'm going
Victor
off talent,
Wembanyama.
That is
or
mine,
Shaq?
Josh.
I would throw Wemby in there. Yeah.
Victor Wembanyama. None of them. Not a single one of them is close. Joel, it might be the closest thing to a back to the rim center. And
I
it's
think the argument though with Shaq is the logic of like because of his play style and how they're not physical enough to like deal with his and how the game
100%.
is essentially like not physical, he would dominate in the paint. Which he's
the
got a
game is
point
not
for.
physical due to fouling, and a 3 is worth more than a 2.
Right. So I think if a team was the mindset of like we're just going to disregard the 3 altogether and just like rely on getting easy buckets in the paint, sure, he could probably average 40, but in today's NBA that's just not going to work.
Yeah.
If that was the case that Shaq was averaging 40 in a game, his team would not come close to being an NBA champion. It wouldn't.
Yeah, agreed. All
They
right,
just wouldn't put up the numbers.
I'm kicking us over
Real
to
quick,
BDG.
real quick.
Yeah, do it. You're good.
Yeah, just let me wrap these up. Greg, at the tender age of 41, Gordie Howe scored 31 goals in 76 games.
Was that when he was with the Whalers, I'm guessing?
Was he 3 on your list
No,
there,
that was
Josh?
his- well, on everyone else's, not mine.
Got it. Yeah, was he 3
Mine
though?
was Mario. Mine was Mario Gretz or Sid Hassick is my top 5.
That's fair.
And then, just to further your comment, I do think old players in the NHL could play in today's game, but I don't know that all the studs today could go backwards. Sidney Crosby would get eaten alive in the 80s. He's just too small.
Billy Smith would like absolutely just hack at him the entire time if he even got close to him.
Yeah, it's not fit. Like, Sidney Crosby would be a better skater than a lot of those guys, but like Eric Lindros got killed in the 90s. Sidney Crosby would be murdered in the 90s. Like, it just wouldn't be close. All right, let's play again.
Cool. Moving over. BDGE, guys. $150 is the name of this. I will absolutely cheat and try to help. Name every unique player with 150-yard receiving game in 2023. The number represents how many times they did it. So if it's a 5, if it's a 4, that means that player had 5 games with 150 receiving yards in that game. Keep in mind, it is unique player. So my guess would be running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. I think I went 9 for 21 on this.
And it's all-purpose
So-
yards?
Receiving yards.
Oh, okay.
So it is players with receiving yards. There's a 5, a 4, 3 3s, 4 2s, and the rest are 1s here.
I mean, let's start with an obvious one. Justin Jefferson.
Hit. Yeah,
Okay.
he had 3 games of 150 yards.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Well done, Josh. Tyreek Hill had 5. He had the most.
Okay. I think Jalen Waddle had to have had at least 1. So Jalen Waddle.
2 years ago, I'd say yes. I don't know about last year.
Is that a formal answer is how I'll word that based off doing this game this morning.
Oh. Greg?
I guess no, since I'm
Okay.
getting, like negatives on that.
Good decision.
All right.
Damn. I'm so pumped that I knew that. Greg didn't.
That was
How
well
about
done,
that?
Josh.
Devontae Adams.
Is that an official guess?
Did Jordan?
5.
Well, no, he was in.
Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. I don't think he did good. I don't think Vegas was good
Not even
enough to get him
one?
100 yards in a game.
Okay.
Vegas sucked, dude.
But he was their whole offense, though. That's why I'm pointing it out.
All right, go for it.
Devontae Adams. I feel like he had to have at least one.
It's smart to trust the talent. Adams hits.
For how many?
For one?
He is 1.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you're not seeing them on
He
screen,
crawled over the line.
if you're not seeing them on screen, Josh, because I know it's a 1.
Oh, there was a stretch like beginning of the year where like AJ Brown went on a tear. I think AJ Brown had at least one per game.
Did George Pickens have 100 yards?
Are we hitting AJ Brown?
Oh.
No, I'm just asking
AJ Brown.
to while Greg had it up. Are we trying it?
Do you think,
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
AJ Brown.
Let me get the. I noticed the question wasn't in the show. All right, AJ Brown, big hit for 1.
Oh. You know what, Josh?
Um,
Sure. Like if you think Pickens might have had at least one, I'll go with him.
I feel like he had one.
George
He had
Pickens.
One game where the offense was good.
The Saturday night Bengals game, like a couple days before Christmas, I think that might have been it.
That is a 1. Shout out to Chris Winters in the chat right now, the buddy that watches. He said Adams torched the Steelers. Devonta Adams, yeah, he
He had
did.
like 15
Oh,
catches.
yeah, he did.
Yeah. Also, Chris Winters, a Browns fan, so fuck you, but he did torch. Chris, knowing that we are 5-21, knowing how badly I failed this, toss him in the chat, Chris, and I'll throw him up to the 2, and we can see if they want to go for it. Because it's tough.
What about the trio in San Francisco? Ayuk, Debo, and Christian.
Receiving, I don't think Christian would have had it.
There was one running back that was going to have it.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he would have had 150 receiving yards. Debo, I don't remember Debo like going this year.
A name for the
Ayuk-
chat?
Nico
Ayuk had a
Collins.
couple-
Chris Winter says
Ayuk-
Nico Collins.
Oh, in Houston, yeah, that's actually not a bad one.
Hit. We playing?
Yeah,
Nico Collins is a massive hit with 3.
wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
I wonder if Tank Dell had a 100-yard.
150, Josh. Not
Oh,
not
50,
I did
never
not
mind.
type in Tank Dell. I didn't finish this on my
Yeah.
own today, so I don't know if he hit. But just
I'll
it's
go
150.
I'll go Tank Dell. I'll go Tank Dell just to be different. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try
Tank
Dell.
Dell is your first strike.
I
Ah,
figured.
Good guess though.
100 yards, yes. That extra 50 that's like
I traded Tank Dell for Trey McBride.
that's a shitty fucking day for you.
No,
Oh,
it's not,
no.
dude. Trey McBride is a top
No?
3 dynasty tight end.
oh, right from the get go.
Cardinals.
CD Lamb.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
CD Lamb.
Guys,
should've
yeah.
fucking guessed that
You're
from
you're
the drop.
avoiding some big talent is how I'll word it. One guy got paid, CD's waiting to get paid, there's another guy that's waiting to get paid.
Oh, Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Well done, Josh.
Puka
Did
Nacua.
oh yeah, Puka definitely. I bet Coop maybe even.
Puka Nacua was the last 3. So you are in 2s. You have 4 2s, and the rest are 1s. If no one says Puka, I'm fighting you all. Sid, Puka
You're welcome,
Here
Sid.
you go, bud.
Puka lands. Sid, feel free to
I
toss
think-
in as well.
Cup might have had like one near the end of the season, perhaps. I'm not 100% sure.
Are we hitting it?
Sure.
Yeah, Cooper Cup.
Cooper Cup is a miss.
Ah,
What about DK?
I bet he would have had at least one this year. Yeah, let's go DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf is a miss.
It's still DK. Fuck,
Damn.
man.
Okay.
Told you, dude.
Geno Smith out of there. I want to make DK Metcalf again.
The way that I went division to division, I can think of one guy, AFC East, Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Oh.
There's 2 in the comments that you guys can debate upon. St. Brown and Amari Cooper.
St. Brown.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm on
that feels
Rocky.
good.
Yeah, Chris, sorry, buddy. They already guessed DK. He said DK did not. Amari Cooper and St. Brown.
With St. Brown, we like. Go
Okay.
with
St. Brown, yeah.
All right. Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is a hit for 1.
All right. Do you want to go Amari Cooper? I feel like he would have had.
So a Browns fan's exact comment. Amari Cooper had a 200-yard game.
Ooh.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right.
Amari Cooper is a hit.
They would know. Mm.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones left.
Stephon Diggs might have had like one
Oh,
early in
for
the season?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephon
Yeah.
Diggs.
That's a huge hit. Well done, guys.
Yeah.
Except it's a miss. Wow.
What?
I hadn't guessed him in mine. I just assumed I missed it. That is a miss. Stephon Diggs did not have a 150-yard game. Wow. I
Damn.
apologize for the sentiment. I assumed that was a hit. I did not guess that on my own. Just to
Wow.
keep it all together, you guys have 11 out of 21, and you have 1 miss remaining.
Mm. Mm.
Ooh.
This is
Rock.
hard.
And who sucks?
Real quick for you guys, a buddy in a group chat. So I scrolled through because I asked EJ what he thought. My buddy said Connor McDavid's getting dangerously close to Aaron Rodgers territory. Josh, thoughts?
Makes me like him even more.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
It's like
Great
the
head
boat.
of hair,
The boat.
you know, he's fucking most gifted person on the planet.
Right. As long as he produces, hey, who cares?
Sid and Winters both wrote in Ayuk.
See, okay, we got off of that at one point.
Yeah,
I think
I don't think it's McCaffrey. If I had to pick between one of the 2 receivers, I think Ayuk would have been the one because Debo probably would have been like moved out of the backfield a lot and motioned out. So Ayuk is probably it.
Josh?
yeah.
Brandon Ayuk is a hit.
Yeah.
Good job, chat.
I
Chris
still don't
Winters,
think-
go ahead. Winters
What were you
writes
saying?
in
What were you
Keenan
saying?
Allen.
Keenan Allen's a good call too.
Notably, when I was doing this, I thought there's no chance Herbert didn't have 1 receiver on here. I didn't type
Yeah.
either of them. I lost still, but
Yeah, Mike Williams had to have gotten hurt again at some point in the season. Although I don't remember if this was a Keenan Allen injury riddled season or not, honestly. So
No, he played a good bit. I was about to go look it up and then realized I can't do that.
yeah.
that was
Man.
man admits to cheating.
Yeah. Hand up.
You know what? Yeah, let's do Keenan Allen because if I had to pick between one of the 2 receivers, I'd go with Allen just because I don't trust Mike Williams.
Allen's a hit, yeah. Chris is one of the smarter guys in football I know. So Good call.
Okay.
Okay.
you have 8 left.
There was a moment in the regular season this year where the Debo is back narrative started. Are we saying that it, like Debo
Man.
didn't have like
Winters
they
tossed
killed
in another
everyone.
one. DJ
Oh,
Moore
yeah.
also had a 200-yard game during that Monday to Thursday night game stretch.
Well, I'm staying away. Oh, wait. Actually, no. DJ Moore was on the Bears, and he was like the number 1 target for Fields. That's actually not a bad call.
You ready?
When the Bears started to win again.
Are we hitting it?
Yes, DJ Moore went on a heater that time. So, yeah, DJ Moore.
DJ Moore's a hit.
Chris is just gonna finish these.
so
That's really what's gonna happen.
this is the tough part where Chris is ruining his own happiness because he normally listens to
Yeah.
the show on Fridays. Sid writes
Oh,
in 2
shit.
names: Drake London or Mike Evans? Question mark.
don't think
Drake
Mike
London I'm staying
Evans.
away from. Drake London I'm
I
staying
don't
away
like either of those.
Chris, I
Mike
watch way too much
Evans,
football.
maybe.
Still, I think Debo's one of them, but I don't want to waste our final.
Hey, listen. I mean, like, listen. It's possible that Debo probably did it. I'm just like, I'm not 100% confident. But like, if we go out on Debo, then I'm okay with it.
I'm not. I feel
You're
like
not?
there's all-star level receivers we have not named.
So just to be clear, let me name all the guys you have named. Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Puka Nakua, Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Amon-Ra St. Brown, George Pickens, Amari Cooper, Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Devontae Adams. Misses Tank Dell, Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf, Stephon Diggs.
What about T. Higgins?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
There was a stretch where I
Hey.
think like Tate was hurt for a month. So yeah,
Gentlemen,
T. Higgins,
thank you for playing the game.
Ah, damn it.
So this is going to be a tough pill to
Okay.
swallow. Mike Evans had 2.
Wow.
Noah Brown had 2. Rashid Shaheed had 1. Drake London had 1.
Ah.
Chris Godwin had 1. Brandon Cooks had 1. And gentlemen, did we all forget that Travis Kelce plays football?
Yes.
All
Yet.
right, let's jump to grids. Let's do our homework. I enjoy this part of it. Let's go to hockey first, Josh.
Hang on. I wanted to.
What?
Why are football stats so hard? Oh, here we go. Debo had a 149-yard game.
That tracks.
Oh, fuck.
I knew it. That was when the narrative started, though.
You were damn close, man.
Against the Cardinals, he had 2 tutties and then 149 yards in the tutty.
Josh,
Anyway.
it goes Chicago.
I see it. We're good. I see it. Okay. All right. Hey.
Greg, it goes
40
Chicago,
goals.
St. Louis, 40 goals. LA, Avalanche. Wild. All right, go ahead, Josh.
Got it. Thank you, D. Appreciate
Okay.
that.
40 goals. We're just gonna bang these ones out. Okay. Marion Gabrick for the Wild.
Marion. Gaborik,
Yep.
30%.
And then we're gonna do Peter Forsberg for the Avs.
Miss.
No.
95 to 2011, Peter Forsberg miss.
Wow.
I-
Never had a 40-goal season. That's crazy.
Okay. Nathan McKinnon for the Avs. I'm not gonna mess around.
I
I was
know.
trying to be cute.
How do you spell McKinnon?
M lower C capital
There it is.
K-I-N-N.
So there's an A before the C.
Oh, there you go.
28%. That's what threw me off.
And then, Gretzky for the Kings.
That was going to be my.
I think Kopitar counts in that.
That
way.
okay? So Kopitar was the only other guy I could name on the Kings that was an offensive weapon because Jonathan Quick was the other guy I kept thinking of.
Yeah, no.
fucking
Jonathan Quick's the
specialist.
goalie.
All right, Josh. You have 1 miss so far.
Yeah, early miss on what I thought was an easy category.
You were confident.
Okay. Blues Avs. As the middle square would be Ryan O'Reilly.
Oh,
That one?
25%. All under 30 so far.
Avs and Hawks. Avs and Hawks. Kings and Blues or Kings and Hawks? These are good ones.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm gonna sprint to the restroom, talk about it with
Do your
Greg,
thing.
and we can figure it out.
Okay.
I trust.
You're the one who knows.
um,
How many weeks has he done the fucking like? Oh, it's this guy, and then it is.
and it isn't. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, was there anyone on the Hawks like Cup teams that might have gotten like big deals after the fact or something? Maybe.
No, because like Bufflin would be a candidate, but he's not on that. Seabrook would be a candidate. He's not on that. Duncan Keith's not on it. Andrew Shaw's not on that. Obviously, Kane and Taves aren't. Hosa's not. Was Marion Hosa a Wild?
I don't remember.
What do we got, Josh? Are we skipping to Greg?
Marion Hosa, Hawks and Wild.
Yep. That was the only one I had. And he's a miss?
Ooh.
Okay.
I thought he...
I wasn't sure.
Okay, let's go to baseball. We can come back.
Yep, go ahead.
Greg,
Yep.
all-star, shortstop, outfield.
Ooh.
White Sox, Cubs played in the major Negro Leagues. Wow.
Ooh.
A lot of variables in this one.
Ooh.
That's tougher than mine. I'm a sissy.
Wow, this is tough. Oh God, I don't know many shortstop that played in the Negro Leagues. Crap. Actually, I might. Shortstop played in the Negro Leagues. I believe Jackie Robinson.
Shortstop played Jackie. 68%.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I mean, I couldn't tell you a single thing, so.
All-Star played in the Negro Leagues. Josh Gibson.
10%. Well done.
The Pirates' all-time leader in everything now. Josh
Yeah.
Gibson.
True. Fuck, I'm like blanking on outfielders for the Negro Leagues. Crap. All right, I'll come back to that one. Okay. Let's see. For the Cubbies, let's do All-Star Chris Bryant.
It's 8%. I guarantee.
Played shortstop. Javi Baez.
Baez? Javier?
Yep.
Yes.
14.
Should have went
played-
Addison Russell.
I should have. And then played outfield Ernie Banks.
Oh, I love a little Ernie Banks.
0.6.
Boom.
Whoa, good one.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Yeah, we'll say let's go when you nail played outfield Negro Leagues.
I know. I'm gonna shoot myself for that one. Okay. All right. So White Sox played outfield. Luis Robert. It's Luis.
There is Luis Robert Jr., Luis Rodriguez, and Luis Rosado. Luis Robert Jr.
Luis Robert Jr. Yeah.
All right. 7%. Well done.
Okay.
Shortstop and an all-star for the Sox. I know an all-star.
Sox shortstop. I'm gonna go. I'm trying to remember if he plays shortstop or second base.
So mad at myself.
Minimum one game.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm like blanking on some stuff. Fucking hell, Chicago White Sox.
Well, all-star's easy,
sorry.
Greg.
Chicago White Sox played shortstop.
Chris Winters wrote in if you want me to tell you. He said Tim
Oh,
Anderson.
yeah. God, that's what I was thinking of. Tim Anderson. I was trying to think if it was either Tim Anderson or J.P. Crawford, and I was like, I couldn't remember. But yeah, Tim
Well
Anderson.
done, winners.
Thanks, winners.
29%.
Okay. All-Star. God, okay, All-Star. Frank Thomas.
Thank you. All right. The big hurt was there for way too long.
Yeah, I know.
19%. Greg, if you can nail played in the major Negro leagues and played outfield, you have completed
Oh, God.
the major leagues.
Oh, fuck.
That's all these pale ales talking. Yuff.
Played outfield minimum.
Imagine getting canceled on a show that nobody watches. Be like wearing Josh's shirt in public.
I did wear my shirt in public today. Thank you.
Did you wear it to work?
Yep. We need to film a dad video.
I know. Oh no, you don't have to. You don't. Hey, you don't got to justify to me, brother.
You know.
Greg, I can move on. Let's go to football.
Damn it.
We'll come back.
I'm so mad I couldn't think of another
Browns, Cowboys, 10,000 passing yards. Panthers, Patriots, Chiefs. I am typing in for the Browns and Chiefs, Dwayne Bowe.
Not the route I thought you were going, but okay.
Who'd you want? Josh.
No. I just wasn't expecting that. That's
What? 9%. So I was thinking there's Josh Gordon. There's a couple guys. Chiefs,
Yeah.
Chiefs, Browns, Dwayne Bowe, 9%.
Actually, Josh Gordon for Patriots and Browns would work too.
Do you want that or do you want
That's
Barktavius
who I
Mingo?
thought.
For Patriots, Browns, yeah, I'd say Josh Gordon.
Okay. All right. We'll go Josh Gordon. He is 19%. I want to know what Barkavius Mingo was going to be. Winners, all the help on the Browns category for the Panthers. I think Andy Dalton was never a Brown. Joe Flacco was never a Panther. PJ Walker.
He was a Panther.
He was a
I
Brown.
don't know that he was a Brown.
He was 100% a
Oh, he
Brown.
was?
Okay. If you're confident.
3%, motherfuckers.
Nice. Okay.
XFL MVP PJ Walker. What's up?
Damn
Hell
right,
yeah.
baby.
Forget.
Damn right.
Hi.
Cowboys, Panthers, Cowboys, Patriots, Cowboys, Chiefs.
Oh, thank you.
Highlands. What'd she make? Is that pork chop?
We've got a tuna melt and sweet potato fries.
Oh, I thought that was a whole
Oh.
ass pork chop cut too, but the
Lovely.
tuna melt sounds great.
No.
What about that sound good?
Yeah.
Cowboys.
I feel like
Air
Cowboys.
fryer was getting a workout.
Well, what about where did Jake Delhomme would have been a good one for Browns Panthers? Winner says. Where did Randy Gregory? Not Randy Gregory. Who's Greg Hardy was Panthers Cowboys, right?
Yes. Greg Hardy was
Yeah.
Panthers.
Because
Yes.
he signed with the Cowboys when Ray Rice had his issue, but Greg Hardy's were pictures, not videos, so he's not
Greg Hardy
as
was
big of a
definitely
piece of
drafted by
shit.
the
He's a
Panthers.
fucking asshole. Yeah, 20% for him.
Nice.
Cowboys.
Actually, did Jake Delhomme have 10,000 career passing yards?
Who?
Jake Delhomme?
I don't know if he had 10,000 passing yards for the Panthers.
Yeah, because it's career.
I'm scared to try it. Is how I'm gonna word it.
That's fair. Well, I mean, you could also do Andy Dalton because he was the backup.
Let's
for-
do Andy Dalton there. That's
Andy
a
Dalton.
real yeah. Andy Dalton is 6%. There we go.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Chiefs 10,000 passing yards. Patriots 10,000 passing yards. The easy answers:
So just
Mahomes,
Do
Smith.
you want to do the easy answers or?
No.
I mean, Drew Bledsoe.
Montana.
Montana.
Montana's
So
a good one for the Chiefs,
great,
yeah.
great pull, Josh.
Montana's a great one.
That's 17%, and then Bledsoe
Bledsoe would have been mine for the Pats.
22%. Not bad.
Nice. Okay.
Cowboys,
Fuck yeah,
Patriots, Cowboys, Chiefs. So winners does say Delhomme did have 10,000 passing yards, but Andy Dalton at 6% feels really good.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Cowboys. Zeke for Patriots.
Yes, good one.
Oh yeah.
Cowboys Chiefs.
36% for Zeke. All right, I'll take that one on the fucking chin. Not James Washington, not Le'Veon Bell. Cowboys. Tyrann Mathieu, no.
I'm trying to think of like anyone on the recent like Chiefs Super Bowl teams like would have been like the Cowboys at least like once or something, maybe. Maybe like an offensive lineman.
Juju was never a Cowboy, right?
No,
No.
that's where my head was at too. It's
God, now I'm trying to think of
Jerick
like, random,
McKinnon.
I'm trying to think of like random skill players that were like on the Cowboys now at like one point or something.
Did Tony Romo?
No.
No, nice.
He was
nice
always
try.
a Cowboy.
Yeah.
Always
Okay.
a Cowboy. Yeah.
No Alex Smith. Alfred Morris, not in the Chiefs.
Was Marcus Peters a Cowboy?
No. He was a Raider, a Raven, a Chief.
Okay.
Not Darren McFadden. Not DeMarco Murray.
Ooh, Darren McFadden would have been a good one too. He was drafted by the Chiefs and he was an Arkansas guy, so I know Jerry would have loved it.
Oh,
No, wait, I'm thinking of Darren.
yeah. I don't think Darren McFadden was drafted by the Raiders. He came out of Arkansas.
That's what I was thinking.
He
of.
was
I'm sorry.
definitely on. No, you're good. He was just. Here's where my head was at, Greg. He was 100% a Cowboy.
right.
And so when you said, "Oh, he was drafted by the Chiefs," I was like, "Oh, that's the guy."
Yeah, you're right.
Damian Williams, Darren Williams, Antonio.
I'm trying to think if there's any like offensive linemen, maybe. Like maybe like they would have spent like Chiefs would have spent big money on or something.
Chris Jones.
No, he's a Chief. Linebacker maybe like Tamba Ali.
It's not a bad guess. I don't know, but it's not a bad guess. Ingram.
Larry Johnson, Priest Holmes. Dante Hall wouldn't have been a Cowboy, I don't think.
No, I'm trying to think of like journeyman quarterbacks too. But who was the quarterback before Alex Smith?
Wasn't Matt Castle there for a bit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was a Cowboy.
No, yeah, I'm just trying to think of backups, man. Like,
Oh, fuck.
Ben DiNucci.
He would have been a Cowboy, that's for sure.
50% of that motherfucker is Ben DiMucci. All right, we'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move to soccer, Premier League specifically.
You love opening the soccer one and trying to get one and then quitting.
Well, no, I love opening the soccer one for European, trying to get one and then quitting. The European one, I try my best at. I don't know. I hate
The
this
tuna
website.
melt was awesome for those who are curious.
Bravo.
And the sweet
So this
potato
one,
fries were also
dude, I
great.
know two. I know. Oh my god, I couldn't name a single one of these teams. It's Bologna FC, Udinese SC, and Palermo. They're all Italian teams. Why the fuck would I know this?
Oh, 0+ league goals allowed for Palermo. You don't know that? What are you doing?
Dude, that made me want to have that made me want to call an ambulance and just go to the hospital.
Yeah.
England Premier League's 10+ goals. Huddersfield, Luton Town, Ipswich. All right, we're not doing any of this. Jesus Christ, give me basketball. OKC Warriors, born outside USA, Kings, Nuggets, Suns. That was the
Outside
most pathetic
USA.
soccer grid I've ever seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, Lord in heaven.
Outside
Warriors.
USA Thunder, Steve Adams.
Love it. Wait.
Yeah.
No, Thunder is not in line with that. But I'm going
okay.
Chris Paul for Warriors Suns.
Yep.
36%. I thought it would be smaller.
Mhm.
Nuggets Warriors, Andrew Wiggins, Greg. Was he a Nugget? No, he was a T-Wolf.
Yeah, I don't remember him as a Nugget. I was gonna say Harrison Barnes for Warriors Kings.
Yep. That fraud. 38%
Ibaka,
for
Thunder Kings, Serge Ibaka.
I don't think he was on the Kings.
I don't remember.
He went
Ibaka.
Raptors.
Ibaka played for the Magic, I think.
For
Remember that?
Born Outside, I'm doing. Wait, ooh. Where's DeMontis Sabonis?
DAMONT.
There it is. DOMANT. Yeah. Born outside the USA in Kings. DeMontis Sabonis isn't there?
He was born in America? What?
With a name like that,
Lithuanian American basketball player.
Son of a bitch.
He was born in
America.
Portland. What a fucking fraud.
Oh my god.
Nuggets.
that is
Nuggets. I'm going Jamal Murray.
He is Canadian.
9% because everyone wants Joker. Suns.
Steve Nash. Steve Nash is
Yeah,
Canadian.
let's do that.
yep.
Well, he's South African.
I can't believe Greg took my favorite player to bring up.
I'm pretty sure Matt Castle was a Cowboy for a season. All right, we're going back to try Matt Castle.
Oh fuck yeah, Matt Castle. I hope Matt Castle.
34%, baby.
That's
34%.
Fuck yeah.
Well done, Josh.
Let's go.
Well done. Steve Nash, born in South Africa, raised in Canada, basketball in America, Greg. Fun fact.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
OKC Kings, OKC Nuggets, OKC Suns, Warriors Nuggets. We're leaving born outside the USA for Kings because fuck DeMontis Sabonis.
That's some bullshit.
I mean, that's Vlade Divac, but
I
I'm
feel
not
like
picking
I
him
have
up.
to make an emergency phone a friend on the Thunder.
OKC Kings. Buddy Hield was never there. He was a Pelican.
Right.
Durant for the Suns.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
I can just do that. That's going to be like 92%, 45. Nuggets and Kings. Kings.
Well, no, Nuggets and Thunder, Nuggets and Warriors.
What? No, yeah, I'm just naming Nuggets, Thunder, Kings, Thunder. I'm with you, though.
Got it. Okay.
We're saying the same shit. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 minutes to finish.
Thunder, Nuggets.
What about Lou? Did Lou play for the Kings or the?
I think Lou was a Nugget. I know that for sure.
Lou, who?
Thunder?
Oh, I was saying Lou Williams. I didn't know about Lou Dort.
Oh, Lou Dort. That's who I was asking about.
Where do you want Lou Dort?
I thought Lou Dort was always a Thunder.
Oh, maybe. I thought they traded for him. Okay.
Mello. Thunder Nugget. 44%.
Oh, that's right. He was a Thunder. Forgot about that.
Kings,
Carl
Thunder,
Anthony was a
Warriors,
Thunder?
Nuggets.
Mm.
Did Steven Adams play for the Kings? No.
No, I don't think he did. Thunder King. I swear, I thought we ran into this roadblock with the Warriors Nuggets like on a previous week too.
It's so annoying.
No.
Derek, we really did need you on the hockey one though, because Marc-Andre Fleury definitely counts for Hawks and Wild.
Ah. Marc-Andre Fleury is 64%. Holy shit.
There's not a lot.
Well, did Marion Hossa play for the so Hossa was going to be my Hawks Wild.
We guessed that one and it missed
Why?
because his brother played for the Wild.
Did Hosa play for the Avalanche or the Kings?
No, he was only a Thrasher, a Penguin, a Wing, and a Hawk.
Didn't Trevor Daley play for the Kings?
Yes, Greg.
Trevor Daley for the
Yup.
Hawks and Kings.
Yup. You're right. Maybe.
Miss. Idiot.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, respectfully, I don't know why I even clicked on women's basketball. I don't know. Kings, Thunder. No,
Kevin
I'm just.
Martin. Kevin Martin, Kings Thunder.
12%, and we're putting Vlade Divac in, born outside the USA. Fucking Kings, 40%.
Let's go.
Suck my ass. I hate Domantas Sabonis. He's dead to me. A good show, gentlemen. Well done. Go have your evenings. I'm going to go pretend I love country music. I think I'm going to wear this hat. It's got camo and a gun on it.
God, I got
that's
the
fucking right.
I got the Negro League outfielder. Holy shit, I got the Negro League outfielder.
Who?
I think he was a center fielder. Cool Papa Bell.
I need some help.
Yeah.
Cole.
Cool.
Okay, you have to understand how a normal person would spell that as Cole. Cole Papa Bell's a
know,
hit for
I know.
10%. You fuck.
Ah!
Can we all agree that Cole is I hate you.
No,
Greg.
I get it, but like it was just a nickname. Like I get it, yeah.
It's a
But like
great
I didn't
nickname.
remember if he was an outfielder or an infielder. But holy shit! Ah,
Good
I
job,
don't
buddy.
think we can guarantee that Greg knew that.
No, I think he Googled it,
All right. Yeah, I agree.
but I was going to let him have it. All right.
Hey.
I love you guys.
Go have fun with Jack Daniels.
Bye,
Guys, have a good
winners.
streak.